going on, guys? We're back here. I've got Bryce's beautiful Shaker 392 here. So his Challenger is here. He wants to get the Shaker hood installed. This thing, I don't know if you've seen these before, but the factory Shakers, the things barely poke out. They should have raised out quite a bit higher. And they sell a kit for that now. So he's got the kit right here. And where did you get this from, Bryce? You got some little black and white printout instructions in. Anyways, we got the kit here. We're gonna install it and we're gonna show you how we do it. Makes this thing look way better. So we've got 2 workers here, 2 supervisors over there. And we're gonna get it done. So, bam!
Set the Shaker on top of the Magnum.
Yeah.
Hey, here we go. Hey!
The Magnum Shaker.
As you can tell, he's up badged a little bit.
It's a Shaker to
Up badged a little bit, yeah. We got the SXT out there. It's going to be definitely up badged with that Shaker. So, all right, so this is pretty simple. You're basically going to take these 4 Mopar bolts out to get this off, give you enough room to lift this up and put the new one on. So we're going to start with getting those. It looks like they're probably the very common 10mm. So get those in the car.
Came with the car, yeah. It does.
That came with the car?
Whatever color you get is
really
like your car.
They give you like
they
your
give
own
you
stink.
your own nutty driver.
Your own nut driver. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Whoever did my oil change last
Oh,
time was big deal.
Let's try it now. He's wishing they had a ratchet with a.
Yeah. Come on, Dodge. Give us a better tool here. Come on, man. This handheld one just isn't cutting it. No. All right, we're going into vault mode. Yeah. So these were common 10mm. It looks like this one might have been stripped. You know, this is why you don't let other people work on your car. So looks like what we got here is they over torqued it. Oh, if it'll focus there, they over torqued it. So this piece is supposed to stay sitting in there, and this would just easily twist off. But that's not what happened. So this stud bolt's just gonna stay in there for now, but we got the Shaker off, so we're gonna loosen this bolt here so we can get that up enough to get in there and get the razor kit off. All right, so we got these 5 bolts that we're taking off right here. This is how you're gonna get the Shaker base out so we can get the razor kit in. So basically got all of these off, and now we're gonna lift it up, take these out and get it. All right, so we got this loosened up. So basically you're gonna take this up so it gives you enough space to kind of work on it and get under here. You don't actually have to take the whole thing off. You're just gonna be able to lift it up enough to put the spacers on there. All right, so we got this loosened. Pro tip, I guess. So Bryce, one of the guys was saying to actually get this plate to sit down more so you don't have a lot of rubbing up here on the hood when you raise it up. Was to loosen this down and push this all the way down to make sure that this whole bracket was sitting far down, because over here, if you can see down there, this one looks like it sits all the way in it under there. You're not gonna be able to see that bolt, but down there it looks like this side sits all the way in it, and this side has the claw so you can go up and down. So we're gonna give that a go, see if it helps this out so he doesn't scratch his new hood, because Bryce is seriously concerned about the paint. He loves the paint protection film. He's got the whole thing going on. He's taking care of this baby. It's his baby, so. You want to shift it all the way to the right?
No, well, he said to make sure it's shifted all the way to the 1 o'clock position, according to the instructions too.
The 1 o'clock position.
The 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Not 12.
Right.
1 o'clock.
Well, we'll get it shifted over. Get the razors in there. The AM and the PM. All right, so this is like an extension bolt right here, basically. So all this does is go over the existing stud that's in there on the kit. So this existing stud is in there, but in order to accommodate the riser, basically we got to put this one on there. So we're just gonna put that one over there just so it actually gives you the riser up there. So, and you got to put the riser piece under there too, so don't forget that. But just showing you that. All right, so we have all these. The kit comes with all these labeled magnets. These are basically for your clock position, which you're gonna install them on there, and then basically the instructions say if you're comfortable with a little bit more lift, then to put this extra gold washer on number 12, the 12 o'clock position, and that will give your shaker hood just a little bit more lift there. So I can't tell. until it looks like they just have that there on the top. So we'll just put that bad boy on the top, give you a little bit more lift, and should be good to go. So that's pretty much it. Just
Oh my hell.
they are magnetic, except for number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9 just rests over there. So, and then
I forgot to count.
what?
Number 7.
Nobody looks at round clocks anymore. It's all digital. Bryce is a little confused.
3. Oh yeah. Oh look. I'm blonde.
Bryce is like, I don't understand how round clocks work. Just digital.
Backwards.
All right, so we got these all in their correct clock position. The number 9 is not magnetic. The rest of them are magnetic, and that allows for the bolts to get all the way through the holders here. And so once we put this back down real quick, you make sure all these holes line up. And then somebody else was saying to make sure that this was all the way to the right so the shaker sat up more even on the hood. All right, so they're basically giving you the extension bolts, obviously, because the factory ones are not long enough. So you got these extension ones with the threads at the bottom. So you're just gonna swap those washers, those thick black washers, to the bolts that they give you. These bolts, I believe, are simply just for the replace. Those are for the front, but these are to replace those if you didn't have those. So I'm pretty sure we can use the same Mopar ones, but
Hopefully.
so for now we're just gonna start threading these bad boys through. Try to get this as even as possible on the riser. If you had somebody with a really long arm, it'd be much more better.
Much more better.
What are you doing over there, Kate?
Much more gooder.
No, the wife says much more better. So yeah, don't tell her I'm saying that. She's gonna come out. They're gonna come out now and interrupt the guy's party. So we don't want
Hey, back to work.
this is gonna look good though. So this color, I love this color.
Show me the
Why'd you go with the red, anyways?
Utes.
Utes. It's more of a orange though, huh?
Oh sure.
I think it's kind of a orange, but I do like this red.
They have.
All right, we got the back one threaded in. Before we're threaded in, we're just hand tightening these bad boys down, trying to keep it to the right, because that was the instructions. And ooh, we went high five. Yeah. Get her done. All right, so we got this all in together. These 4 bolts and 1 nut on that bad boy are in there. It basically tells you to pull this up tight to the 1 o'clock position and come back like 1/8 of an inch. So that's what we did, lined it back up. It should be pretty much good to go. And now we're gonna get the shaker hood back in and take the gasket off on that, because you gotta swap the big old gasket on there for this lower one right here. All right, we got the shaker hood scoop here, and we're basically, all you gotta do is just work off this rubber gasket. It's pretty easy to pop this bad boy off. And then we're just gonna work on putting the little one on there. So, and then we've got the much more smaller. Here, do you want a chain? Do you want
Nasty.
Whoa! Get your Mopar logo on the end of that. You'll be alright.
Put that on a bike rim, you'll have a spare.
Spare me this bad boy over here. Real quick. Let's see this. Let's see this.
Spare bike tire.
Oh, wait, here we go.
That remind me of a tube.
There we go. Here we go.
I'm gonna grab a rag.
Yo, it's K Squeaks in the building.
Parents just don't understand.
Right?
Come on, Kaden. Come on, Kaden. What are you doing?
I'm out of here.
You're out of here. All
You
right.
don't want to film him walking away.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've been seeing the good side so far, so let's just go ahead and keep it that way. So we're gonna clean this down, get this gasket on, and basically there's some kind of cutouts to where right here, if you notice these little cutouts, those little cutouts is where the bolts line up. So you want to line up those cutouts with those bolts. Okay, so we got this on here. This thing pushes on pretty darn tight. So you're gonna push that on there pretty tight to keep that gasket on there. So yep, so we went around, pushed that on really tight. A little worried about that section right there. It kind of raises it up. I don't know. I think it should come out a little bit. I don't know if you want that sitting on a little bit. So maybe we'll bring these edges out just a little bit so they sit in line with those flanges. But you're gonna push those on pretty tight. Get it all the way back here so it lines up pretty nice. And then it's just gonna be installing it. All right. Line these bad boys up. All right, so we got these in here, and they say to put a little bit of electrical tape over if you're using the factory Mopar ones. We are, because this one was kind of stripped out, so we put a little bit of electrical tape over there just to prevent the gasket, I guess, is what it does. Prevents the gasket and your hood from scratching against those. So gonna wrap this last one, and then we're good to go. All right, so we got all 4 of these with a little bit of electrical tape on them just to prevent them from hitting the gasket and the hood. And now we're just gonna close the hood and test fit it. Moment of truth.
Braces, please.
Slam it down really hard, Bryce. That way if it's too high, we'll break something for sure. Bang.
Oh, baby.
Right, and that is it. So let's just check out the tolerances here. Looks really good all the way around. I feel like it's pretty straight, so I don't really think we need any adjustments. So we're looking pretty even on both sides from my point of view. So let's check it out. That looks good. It's way more mean. Way more mean. What's more better?
Much more better.
Much more gooder.
Much more gooder. All right. That looks good. That looks way meaner. So how much was the kit about?
Check your price.
After tax, probably like 74.
74. So with the fuel prices and the war in Russia, it's probably going to be about 100, 115. So depending on where you get it. But anyways, that's it for this one, guys. So check that out. It looks really good. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any questions on what we did, if we skipped a step, let us know too. But that's it. We're done. This bad boy is beauty. And we're how are the supervisors doing?
Hey, ready for a nap.
Ready?
Right? Food time.
Good time. All right, this thing's done. It's looking good. What do you think, Bryce? You like it?
I like it.
Woo! All right, so if you got a shaker, especially a 392, make this sucker look good, you want to put that on there. All right, that's it for us though. We're gonna get out of here before you hear the dirt bikes coming in on the microphone across the street. Those kids are having fun. So anyhow, we're out. See us in the next one.